Welcome back to Couch Collectibles. You're probably here because you want to know why a penny sold for over $10,000. Now I'm going to show you everything about the 1935 wheat penny and some other error pennies and valuable pennies to look for in your pocket change or from coin rolls from the bank. So let's just hop into it, but real quick, don't forget to go check out couchcollectibles.com. Link is down in the description of every single video. We have coin collecting supplies on the store, and if you want to send fan mail, the P.O. box is in the description below as well. Alright, so first off, let's see how many they actually made in 1935. So you can see that they had a no mint mark, a D mint mark, and an S mint mark. So the no mint mark, they produced a lot, over 245 million of those pennies. The D mint mark, just 47 million of those, which is still pretty high. And then the 1935 S mint mark, San Francisco minted wheat penny, they produced over 38 million of those coins. So the first thing you want to look for on all your 1935 wheat pennies is a double die obverse. Okay, so if we go over here and zoom into the we, you can really see the doubling taking place on the E there. So that is a double die obverse. And if we go to the word trust, there's very, very visible doubling on the T, R, U, S, T. Very visible. Now you cannot see this in most cases doubling like this without a coin microscope. I have those available on couchcollectibles.com. So if you want to get a coin loop or a coin microscope, link is in the description of the video. Now here is the date, 1935 doubled. Very, very visible doubling on that as well. So always be on the lookout for those. And then here's another example of the date being doubled, 1935. So that is super easy to look for with a coin microscope. You just put your pennies underneath the coin microscope and bam. If you got one, you got one. If you don't, you don't. You move on to the next penny. Now here's a couple examples of a double die obverse. So this first one here is rated at a mint state 64 by PCGS. You can see that it says DDO, which means double die obverse. So there is doubling taking place on the front of this coin. And this coin here, because of that doubling and because of the high grade of a mint state 64, this wheat penny sold for over $375. $375. Now if we look at this coin is graded at a mint state 63, and this coin sold for around $240. Now if we check out the 1935 double die obverse, that is graded at an extra fine 40, so a much lower grade in comparison to the mint state grade. You can see that the coin has probably most likely been circulated at some time, I would say. And this coin, because of the double die obverse, sold for around $50. So the lower the grade, you know, the lower the price is going to be on those double die coins. So if you find them in good condition, they're definitely going to be worth a lot more money. Now here is the 1935 D mint mark. So the D mint mark right underneath the date there. Now this penny is graded at a mint state 67. So it does have a high grade to it. And I'm going to do a video about grades with red, brown, brown. If you guys want to see that video, let me know in the comments below to show you guys the difference between why the coins have different colors and stuff like that, and explain the grade of a red, brown, and brown. So feel free to let me know in the comments below if you want to see that video. Now this coin is solely valuable because of the high grade, and this coin sold for over $3,000, a $3,000 wheat penny. Next up is the 1935 S mint mark, San Francisco mint. Now this coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 67. Now this high graded coin is solely valuable because of that high grade, right? And the S mint mark, they produced a lot less than the no mint mark and D mint mark for the 1935 wheat penny. Now this coin here sold for over $10,000. So keep in mind the coin grading scale only goes up to 70. This is at a mint state 67, so it's in very, very good condition, very high grade, and that is why the coin sold for over $10,000. Next up is a 1935 that is also graded by PCGS at a high grade. It's graded at a mint state 68. Now this coin here is the no mint mark, as we can see there underneath the date, no mint mark. And this penny sold for over, or this 1 cent coin sold for over $12,000. A $12,000 wheat penny. Alright, so here are some more wheat pennies to look for in your pocket change or when you're getting coin rolls from the bank. Always be on the lookout for these. Alright, so first up here is a 1915 D Denver minted Lincoln wheat penny here. Now what makes this coin valuable is that it has an RPM. That means it has a repunched mint mark. So that D mint mark on the coin is repunched. Now here's an example of what a repunched mint mark can look like. This is actually on a 1927 D wheat penny, but we're looking at the 1915 D, so it could look a little different. You never know. Repunched mint marks vary based on many different things. But if you want to see your coins up close like this, you can get that coin microscope on couchcollectibles.com. Now this 1915 RPM here sold for a little over $50, but it doesn't have a high grade. It's only graded at a fine 12. So if this coin was graded at, like, you know, a really high grade, it's gonna sell for a lot more money. Next up is a 1915 S wheat penny here. Now this penny has a lower grade, so I'm gonna show you a lower grade compared to a higher grade. Now it is graded at about uncirculated 58, so it's not like extremely low, but it's also not considered a mint state coin because mint state coins go from 60 to 70. This is graded at a 58, about uncirculated. So you will see the difference with what this will sell for in comparison to the next coin. Now this coin, because of its grade, sold for over $400. Now for the 1915 S, they only did mint, they only made or produced 4.8 million of those coins. So keep that in mind as well. That is the lowest mintage of the 1915 penny. You got the 1915 no mint mark, the 1915 D, and the 1915 S. Now if we look at a high grade of the same exact coin, a 1915 S, graded at a mint state 66, we're going from a $400 coin to a $46,000 coin. So this penny here sold for over $46,000 just because of that high grade. If we move on to the no mint mark in 1915, this is graded at about uncirculated 58, just like the other one as well. Now they did make 29 million of these no mint mark pennies from 1915, so they made a lot more than the San Francisco minted penny. But this coin still sold for over $60, so not huge money. But if we go to the high graded version of this coin, a 1915 no mint mark, mint state 67 grade on this coin, this penny sold for over $20,000. $20,000. Now if we look at the 1915 D Denver minted Lincoln wheat penny here, well again we got the same grade, AU58, so that's going to be the lower grade in comparison to the two that we're comparing here, and it sold for over $125. Now again, if we go to the high graded version of the 1915 D, this one here is graded at a mint state 66, and this penny sold for over $23,000. So you see how important that grading is. Actually, if you go on YouTube after this video, type in Couch Collectibles coin grading, you will see 2 of my videos up there. Watch those videos if you want to learn more about coin grading, how to get your coins graded, how that process works. Make sure you guys check out those videos. Alright, so first up, we're looking here at a 1923 penny that is an error coin. Now we're going to show you some high graded coins, some error coins, to show you guys some different values on the 1923 penny. Alright, so this Lincoln cent here has an uncentered broad strike, and you can see that taking place there at the bottom and the right of the coin. So this penny here didn't sell for big money, but it still sold for over $50. Moving right along to a little more expensive penny, this is a 1923 that has a partial collar strike, and we see that taking place most noticeably around the rim or the edge of the coin there, especially there at the top. You can see that. Now this penny here sold for over $310. Next up is another 1923 penny that has a mint error. Now this Lincoln penny here has the obverse struck through a thread. I believe I've showed this, maybe not this exact coin, but I've showed something similar to this in my past videos. If we zoom in there and look on Lincoln's chest, right over his shoulder, you can see a line there because when the coin was being produced, some type of small thread got in the way and made that marking there, which is a strike through. Now this penny here sold for over $150. Next up is a 1923 extremely high graded coin. If you guys are not familiar with coin grading, the coin grading scale goes from 1 to 70. I just did a video with a guy that works for a coin grading company, so be sure to go check that out on my channel. And then I got another coin grading video as well, going more into depth about how it all works. Now this is graded at a mint state 67, and that is why it's extremely valuable. This penny sold for over $11,000. Now this doesn't have a mint mark. That means that it was made in Philadelphia. And keep in mind, if you guys have a 1923 penny, it's all worn up, scratched up, and it's got a lower grade, it's not gonna sell for $11,000. Now on to a very, very valuable penny. This Lincoln penny here is a 1923S, a San Francisco minted wheat penny here. And this penny here, because of its high grade, it's graded at a mint state 65. Because of that high grade, it's sold for over $66,000. $66,000. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I will see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.